Welcome into Just an Average Football Podcast, where every week is football week. And those of you guys watching, slightly different setup right now. I've got two cameras running up on my screen. We're testing this out right now. So if you guys see me looking around, it's because I've got three screens in front of me. I'm surrounded right now by cameras. So something new I'm going to try out. If it doesn't work, I'm not going to do it again. But Casey, we've had a pretty good weekend so far. We got to celebrate a couple friends yesterday, their wedding. Congratulations to Zeb and Sarah. Awesome reception. Had a blast. Maybe had too much fun. Some would say I maybe had too much fun, but pretty good time. Pretty good time. You know, we danced, we laughed. I'm good if I don't.
You Irish goodbye us.
Yeah, I had to get out of there. Zeb just kept saying, one more song, and then finally, like, a song stopped. I'm like, hey, I'm out of here. Congratulations, guys, and I just left, just got out of there.
And we're like, where did Jake? Did Jake leave?
Did he? Yeah, I did leave.
Yeah, you straight up just. I was like, man, I hope that he gets home all right.
Where'd he go? Yeah, I don't know. He rode his bike too. You see me just trying to get my bike. Get him just on a bike.
You're just swimming across the pond lake.
Oh my goodness! But yeah, fun time, good time. I think he's as far as our friend group goes, is he the last one to get married? Or no, he's like the last in the friend group to get married, or is anybody else?
Yeah, I think so.
My brother, I guess, my youngest brother, but it is what it is. No, we got a lot to talk about on today's show. We've got a lot of stuff going on. I've got so many notes and stuff. But first, you may have forgot about this. We actually have our Madden reveal. So those of you guys that did not watch last week's podcast, Casey and I, for our game, we did like a Madden spin the wheel, build your running back type thing with all the attributes from Madden. So if you have not seen that, go back and watch the last podcast. You can skip through. I think I have stuff on there so you guys can find it. You'll see who we got as far as players go and their attributes. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this. We did a 10-year sim. Both of us, we started off with the Eagles. So I put us both on the Eagles. Everything was exactly the same other than like our jersey numbers. I think our jersey numbers were different. But then I put in the attributes. My guy, once I get everything put in, he finished with a 91 overall. And your guy finished with finished 86 overall. So you were an 86 overall when I finished your character. I was a 91. So I was a few points higher than you, yeah. So now, the moment of truth, though, let's actually go over the stats. Okay, so in my career, I did 10 years. So my 10-year career, I had 17,316 rushing yards, averaged 6 yards a carry, 148 touchdowns, and then I had receiving on there as well. I also had 3,209 receiving yards and 30 receiving touchdowns. Okay.
Not a bad career. Hall of Fame career.
No. Yeah. I had one conference championship, no Super Bowls. I didn't have any Super Bowls, but I had 22 yearly awards. So from the beginning of when I was a rookie all the way to the 10-year sim, I had 22 yearly awards. So that could be like best running back, best offensive player of the year, et cetera, et cetera. Finished with, and I don't know if this means anything to you, but 32,317 legacy score on Madden. So not bad overall. Okay, let's go ahead and go over to you. You finished your career with 15,237 rushing yards and 169 touchdowns.
So I had a lot more touchdowns.
I had
140.
Yeah, so I had 148. I had 2,000 more yards rushing than you, but you had 40 more touchdowns than I did. And you averaged 5.9 yards a carry. So, I mean, about the same there. You also had 3,369 receiving yards and 30 touchdowns. So you also had more receiving yards than me by like 10, and then also 30 touchdowns. This is where it gets a little interesting. You had 2 championship appearances. So you won 2 championship appearances and 1 Super Bowl. And I think that 1 Super Bowl is kind of what propels you over the top. You had 19 yearly awards compared to my 22. But in the end, your legacy score was 38,028. So you actually beat me in legacy score. And if we're just going based off of that, you beat me by legacy score by like 6,000. So congratulations to you once again. I'm going to go ahead and give you the win on that one because, all the accolades are nice, but a Super Bowl is even more nice. So
I didn't get Super Bowl MVP, did I?
I don't believe so. That I could actually. I probably could have went back and seen. No, I know you didn't. Your quarterback did. You actually spent your whole entire career. So this is funny too. You spent your whole entire career with the Eagles. I actually spent 1 year with the Eagles. They did not re-sign me. I went to the Texans and finished my career with the Texans. So I played 9 years with the Texans. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It took like 2 hours.
That's
to do that
crazy
whole
how
entire
I was
season.
an 86 overall, you were 91 overall, and I just had more time. I don't know. Maybe, how does that work?
So basically, in the beginning, so when I created the characters with all the attributes from the players that we selected, like my overall just came out to be a little bit higher than yours. And what I think helped me is I had like Jahmyr Gibbs like speed, and Jahmyr Gibbs is crazy fast. Like that increased mine a little bit more. So yeah, it was a lot of fun though. So let's go ahead and hop in though to the first segment today, which is the free agency tracker, kind of things that are going on a little bit. Some big names already, not necessarily free agency. It's not the legal tampering period yet, but you can still make some trades, kind of do a little bit of talking to players. That all kind of really starts tomorrow or today, whenever you guys are listening to this podcast, which would be Monday. So maybe the biggest one that we can kind of talk about is Max Crosby, like the most recent one. Max Crosby traded from the Raiders to the Ravens. What are your thoughts on that?
I guess that I would have thought that they would have traded him completely out of the division into the NFC.
The conference, yeah.
The conference, yeah. Completely out of the conference to to the NFC, so they never really see him. But they sent him to a Super Bowl contending team, which makes absolutely no sense to me. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess they just sent him to the place that was going to give him 2 first-round picks, which they wanted. So, I mean, we'll see. On paper right now, I think that you can say once again that the Baltimore Ravens are going to be Super Bowl contenders. But we'll see, I guess. He definitely beefs up their defense, and they're going to have to pay him. So,
Yeah. My biggest thing, though, too, is he's a Raider. I guess I don't really understand the Raiders' thought process. I mean, you're getting another first-round draft pick. They did this a few years ago, if you remember. They traded away Khalil Mack to the Bears, and then they drafted I think they got Josh Jacobs in that draft. They drafted Cleveland. I think that's the year they drafted Cleveland Farrell, 4th overall. So really just tried to replace him. Didn't work out very well. They also got Josh Jacobs, though, and then they got I can't think. Jonathan Abram? I think it's Jonathan Abrams, the safety.
I mean, we talked last week. Yeah, I mean, we talked last week about how many defensive players there are out there that are going to be taken first round probably. So,
yeah.
I mean, I guess I could see them probably using that first round pick or using another one of their first round picks because they're taking Mendoza first overall.
They'll take Mendoza,
and then later, what's that
guy.
pick? What's that pick that they got from the Ravens?
14, I think.
So they might take an edge then.
Let me go ahead and pull up. I have so many notes up here. I think they have 14 now. So yeah, this isn't updated yet. They have pick 14. So this says Ravens. This is now the Raiders. I can change that. But yeah, kind of crazy though. Trying to think too. There's just been so many trades going on. So that was maybe the biggest one, but the second biggest one, I think, we can kind of debate about this a little bit. Obviously, we'll kind of hit on some of this one. So you have David Montgomery going to the Texans from the Lions. It's a running back, not really a big splash there. David Montgomery's still got some. I think he's still got some miles left in the tank there. So I think he goes there and makes an impact, especially with them releasing with Joe Mixon. Kind of intrigued to see if they keep Nick Chubb there. I think Chubb might be a free agent this year as well. That one's not bad, but the two big ones, though, that I really want to talk about, Trent McDuffie traded from the Chiefs to the Rams. and me and you just got done talking about his numbers just came out for what he got paid. What are we thinking about that? Okay, one, I'm glad Trent McDuffie is out of the he's out of the division. Great. I hated going against him, twice a year. Man, I feel like the Rams just don't care about picks. The Rams just don't care about their picks at all.
The only pick the only pick that they've had in the last
Jared Verse, 2 years ago.
How many years? And the only one that they used was the Jared Verse one, which was a great pick. Great replacement for.
I think I sent that to you guys, didn't I? Or did I not?
For Darnold.
Here you go. I actually do have this. So the Rams' own first-round pick has been only in 2017. Own first-round pick has been used in 2017. So 2017 traded to the Titans. 2018 traded to Patriots. 2019 to the Falcons. Then the Jaguars again. Lions. 2024, their only first-round draft pick was Jared Verse. And then, since 2017. Then traded to Falcons and traded to Chiefs. But what a great pick. Yeah, Jared Verse. I mean, you drafted phenomenal, So I kind of broke it down a little bit. Trent McDuffie, though, I think he definitely helps their secondary. Their secondary struggled. Well, it's probably the weakest point. I know talking to Brad and talking to Mason, probably their weakest point last year as far as, play goes. They had, Emmanuel Forbes, I think, back there in the secondary. Safeties aren't too bad. I think they just re-signed Cameron Curl. So, good safety. But, man, Trent McDuffie, I know me and you kind of talked about it. Top 10 corner probably in the NFL. I mean, those of you guys that are listening
probably.
can let us know what you think he is. I think he's probably top 10. But, boy, and he's probably on the lower end or the higher end of that as far as – or lower end, higher, whatever you want to say. Probably like 9, 10. $33.5 million a year, making him the highest paid corner in the NFL. Was it Sauce Gardner or Derek? I think it was Sauce Gardner or Derek Stingley. Just got paid a ton of money, over $30 million. And I personally do not think Trent McDuffie is better than Sauce or Derek Stingley or Pat Surtain.
But you also have to think too of what's out there available right now. I think their mindset was that we don't see anyone in the draft that we think is better than him. We want someone who is produced already. They want to stay Super Bowl contending. And the best way to stay Super Bowl contending is to bring people in who are veteran and people who have proven themselves. And I think that bringing him in, it just showed that they are still trying to contend for a Super Bowl with Matt Stafford as long as they possibly can.
Yeah.
So whether or not Matt Stafford stays there for the next 4 years, probably not. But I would venture to say that this puts them even a little bit higher in potentially going to the Super Bowl. I think that I don't think that he is a super amazing $33 million a year corner, but I think that he is a game changer on the defensive end that might have propelled them to a Super Bowl if they had him last year.
No, for sure. I think I think their secondary is probably their weakest point, and they definitely addressed it in a big way. But yeah, I mean, you have needs, you address those needs, whether it be in free agency in the draft, and like you said, you're getting a proven guy right now. All these guys coming out of college, they might be studs in college, and you get to the NFL, and I mean, it's just tough. That transition, that first year, you're not going to get – I don't think you can take anybody in this year's draft, like you said, and put them out there, and they're going to be as good as Trent McDuffie year one. Year 4, maybe, but probably not year 1. So, good move by the Rams, I think. I think it's, like you said, it's going to benefit their team, and I would love to see them go on another Super Bowl run next year. Well, this year, next year. But, yeah, I mean, time will tell. Time is going to tell here. We'll see what they do in free agency. Like I said, free agency opens tomorrow, and I'm super excited about it. So that was one of the big ones. The other one, though, and you can tell me if you think this one's bigger or not as big. I don't think it's as big, but the Bears trading away DJ Moore to the Bills. I think that's a win for both sides. I really do. I think the Bears have a lot of young talent. Luther Burden, I think, is going to be awesome for them this year. You've got 2 tight ends there in Cole Kmet and why I'm blanking on his name.
Romaduse.
Well, Ramadunze, but who am I thinking of? Colson Loveland. Jeez.
Colson Loveland.
How
Yeah.
to, how to blank there.
You're talking tight ends.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
2 tight ends, which I don't know what Komet's status is going to be, or like if they plan on keeping him. They already had a lot of mouths to feed, so you got 2 young guys that really got to step up. You know, DJ Moore is the veteran wide receiver on that team, so win for them because they get picks, and then win for the Bills because they finally have a true number 1 receiver, which I don't think. I mean, if you thought Khalil Shakir was a number 1 receiver, I don't. Brandon Cook's not a number 1 receiver anymore.
Keon Coleman definitely wasn't.
No, Keon Coleman, boy, definitely not either. So great trade for both sides. I really like that a lot.
I love it for
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen because
Yeah,
he had Stephon Diggs, and you just saw what he did with Stephon Diggs when it came to production. And I think that DJ Moore is going to be a better locker room guy than Stephon Diggs.
Oh, 100%.
And I think that I don't know. DJ Moore is older, and I talked to a couple of Bears fans about this trade, and they had kind of mixed feelings about it because they didn't like that DJ Moore was still getting wide receiver 1 status. They thought it was Roma Dunze, and they just thought that maybe he was even kind of getting pushed to the back, like he was even 3rd or 4th option behind Colson Loveland and Roma Dunze, and then the other rookie that just popped in there. But I think this is great for DJ Moore. He said he wanted to stay in Chicago. I don't blame him. They're a young team that's just going to keep getting better, I think. But I don't know how you can't hate going and playing for arguably the best quarterback in the NFL right now. And
I don't even think it's really I mean, no offense to Patrick Mahomes at all, but right now I think it definitely is Josh Allen at the
production
top.
wise, yeah.
Just like I don't
all
know,
around.
both of them
Are you
super
saying
talented.
Are you saying all around?
All around right now, like I don't know. Neither of them have really had like top tier wide receivers, and I'm not going to sit here and I don't want to do this because I'm going to get hated in the comments because I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes is but Patrick Mahomes, I think they're both at the top. They're both phenomenal quarterbacks, and I'd be happy to have either one of them leading our franchise, which we probably could have had, but we took Bradley Chubb all those years back, so whatever. But
yeah, I don't know. I think it's a really, really good. I really like what Buffalo's doing right now.
Yep.
I like the new head coach. I liked Sean McDermott. I think that he probably should have stayed. I don't know why they got rid of him, but they stay with their coach. Looks like they're really moving forward with what they got, and I think this is a big trade for them.
Yeah,
I think it would have been pretty cool to see Justin Jefferson there, but I'm assuming Justin Jefferson's probably going to stay now. So
yeah, I think like you said, DJ Moore is going to be a really good locker room guy, so I think that's going to help them out a lot. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for Josh Allen. I think it's like you said, it's going to help him a lot. He's got a new coach coming in, yeah, I'm excited, dude. I'm already excited for the season. I love it so much. And this trade, just want to hit on this one really quick. This one happened yesterday. This is Packers add Zaire Franklin from the Colts. So they traded for Zaire, which means Quay Walker, which I think is a phenomenal, underrated linebacker, is now going to be hitting free agency. I'm not sure how old Zaire Franklin is, but I know Quay Walker's only like 25 years old. Broncos possibly in the market. We just re-signed Stranad to a 3-year deal, but he's more of a special teamer, but he can step in there and play, middle linebacker if we need him to. I don't know if Singleton is going to be back with us. I know we've got Dre Greenlaw. I would love to see Devin Lloyd, though, Quay Walker, one of those guys paired with Dre Greenlaw. But boy, I'm glad I'm down here right now. I'm going to kind of whisper this in here. I hear one of my kids upstairs just screaming bloody murder right now, and I'm kind of glad I'm down here. Did you hear him? No, not at all. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear him at all. So you hear the door bust open. I'm just looking back, but okay, that was good though. I kind of like going through those. Man, I love this time of the year though because you never know where players are going. You always think your team's set; they don't really need anybody, and then you hear all these rumors, and then bang, like something crazy happens, and that's just why I like it so much. So, it's kind of really all the the big names and stuff like that that's happened so far as trades go. So let's go ahead and let's just keep this rolling really quick. Well, actually, we'll save it. We'll save it. We'll save that question for later. Let's hop into the biggest need. So segment 2 here, we've kind of talked about picks 1 through 10. So this is back to the draft and free agency. Like I said, this starts tomorrow, so we're going to see if we can make any of these come to fruition. Because on the clock, number 11 is your Miami Dolphins. What do we think the Miami Dolphins' biggest need is?
Everything. Just kidding. Everything. Honestly, I don't know what the quarterback situation is going to be. I don't know. I know the one thing that we don't need is a running back.
Yeah.
And I think that we need, no matter what, to be successful in the offensive end, you need a good offensive line. I don't know. I really don't know. If we were going to keep Tua, I'd say draft offensive line. If we were going to keep Tua, I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's going to be gone. I think we're cutting him. I think we're cutting our losses there. I think it's just going to be like what the Denver Broncos did, and just we made a mistake, giving him some money. We're just going to bite the bullet and cut him, and eat it for a couple years, and then hopefully bounce back the way you guys did. So, but I think I don't know, dude. I really don't.
We're just gonna pick one for each team, and I know this is your team, and I know it's gonna be really hard, but I want you to pick one, and then I will pick one, and I'm gonna give you something here. Just let it kind of marinate with you for about a year. So,
oh man, You
do need an edge rusher, though.
That's what I'm thinking that we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go edge rusher. I think we got to go defense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go edge.
I think I'm going to go edge rusher as well. I think this draft is pretty deep with edge rushers, and I think you guys will have a lot to choose from, especially there at 11. But hear me out here, all right? I think you move on from Tua, okay? You move on from Tua. You've got Quinn Ewers. You start Quinn Ewers this year. Maybe he does good. Maybe he gives you guys a top 5 draft pick. Maybe you guys tank with Ewers. In the draft next year, with the first overall pick, the Miami Dolphins select who they taking? Arch Manning, Ewers' backup. It's too perfect.
But I don't like that because I don't. Arch,
you don't.
I'm not really a huge fan of Arch. Not really a huge fan of him. I don't think that
he's a Manning. He's a Manning.
Yeah, but I don't think that he's going to be.
I bet Arch Manning will come into the NFL, and he'll have a first couple years. Maybe like Trevor Lawrence, but then that third year, I think he really picks it up. I think he is kind of like a Trevor Lawrence in that aspect, where he's mobile, he's tall, he's got the intangibles you're looking for in a quarterback. He's smart. He's got, 2 uncles that, Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Well, Eli, we'll see. But no, I think so. I really do. Eli's not a Hall of Famer, is he? Or is he? I don't think he is yet. Is he?
Well, so I've been looking here, and our GM is he's targeting.
No, he's not. Okay.
He's targeting secondary, offensive line, and wide receiver positions. So
yeah, I'm saying next year.
But this year. So I'm assuming that if with the 11th pick that high, they're probably going to go like someone like Mansour Delane from LSU. Is like on the.
Who'd you say?
Mansour Delane, LSU.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm just looking through all these guys right now. I can see you guys going, though, too. Man, there's just so many good defensive lines.
I'd be fine with Ruben Bain if
he fell.
Yeah.
Well, here you go, really quick. Reese will be gone. Bailey will be gone.
Or even like Kenneth Grant. Or that's last year's who they got.
That was last year's, yeah. Kenneth Grant went to the
even
Chargers.
Yeah, even someone like Kenneth Grant.
Chargers? Steelers. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see for sure. It'll be interesting. How did this happen? I clicked on this to cycle through these, Oh, it just went back to that makes sense. That makes sense. Just switched me all around and gave me last year's. Why is it doing that? It's giving me last year's and this year's. I have NFL.com. You need to fix your site. But okay, so Miami Dolphins spent way too much time on that. I'm intrigued to see what you guys do though. Like I said, free agencies those opening up tomorrow, so we're gonna see what all these teams do. Dallas Cowboys next biggest need. I mean, they were in the sweepstakes for Crosby, so I'm gonna say that defensive tackle, defensive end, even though they've got what do they got? They just got Kenny Clark and they got Quinnen Williams. So, I mean, maybe a defensive end. I think they might go defensive end. Just a really good pass rusher. And like I said, there's an abundance of.
I mean, I don't know if they'll go. I don't know if they'll go that though. I think they might. Their secondary is lacking.
Yeah.
So I could see them going like a corner safety, someone like that, someone flashy in the secondary.
Ooh, give him. I said his name, Thieneman.
Dylan Thieneman.
Thieneman. I'm gonna keep calling him Thieneman from Oregon, the safety from Oregon. Dylan Thieneman.
He's on their radar deal. And then someone like Brandon Sissy, is it Sice or Sissy Sice, whatever, from South Carolina.
Yeah, I'm terrible at pronunciation. Yeah. So,
wow, they got number 12 and 20.
Yeah, Micah Parsons.
Wow. So.
Yeah, Micah Parsons. So it's so crazy because they got rid of Micah Parsons and then brought in Quinnen Williams. I don't know.
I don't think they're definitely not going to go wide receiver. They just they put George Pickens on the
franchise
tag or whatever that tag is.
He could be a tag and trade type deal though. I think you could tag him and then trade him. And it's like, hey, if you want him, you're going to pay half the salary on the 1 year deal, and then someone else is stuck with paying him a boatload next year, which is honestly, I don't know why more teams don't do that. It's like, oh, you want this player,
right.
We'll see what happens, but yeah. So what do you said you're going safety? I'll go edge rusher, but you said you're going safety.
Yeah, I'll go corner safety. Yeah, it'll be something in the secondary.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Let's see. Next on the clock here, after the Dallas Cowboys, is now the Rams, who I originally had them taking a corner with that 13th pick. But now the 13th pick, and then I had them taking an offensive lineman later in the draft. But now they only have that 13th pick. I still think they go offensive line. And I'm not talking just draft. I'm talking draft or free agency. I think they get an offensive lineman. And, who that might be, I have no idea. You've got some bigger names on the market. I think Linderbaum is still – he's a center, though. So Linderbaum's a center. Not sure yeah, I mean, I don't know where he's going to go. I don't think you'd take Linderbaum and then transition him around, but yeah, we'll see what they do. But I think offensive linemen in general is probably where they go.
I like Mason's strategy and what he was thinking. I think they go weapon. I think they go wide receiver.
Man, isn't that crazy though? Because you got Puka and Devontae Adams.
Yeah, but I think they get another.
Do you double down and get another corner? Do you just double down and get another corner? Maybe
they could too. Yeah, they could do that and just beef up their defense and just be so satisfied with their offense.
Yeah,
but like Mason was talking, I don't think they go offensive line because, and I'm taking his advice because he studies them and stuff, talks about, looks at them all the time.
Yeah.
He said they re-signed pretty much all of their offensive line, if not all of their offensive line is coming back, and they were already rated like one of the best offensive lines in the league. So I don't think they go offensive line. I think that they could. He was making a pretty good argument about them getting another wide receiver. I could see them. They could double down, like you said, for a corner. I'm going to stick with Mason, and I'm gonna go wide receiver because the wide receiver it's too good to not go for one. So, and since they got McDuffie, then maybe they're thinking now, okay, we're good for this year.
Yeah. And you were talking though, that Mansour Delaney from LSU possibly going to the Dolphins. If the Dolphins don't take him and he slides, he's gonna be hard to pass up on there at 13.
Yeah.
I mean, probably one of the better, if not the best corner
he might get
in
drafted
the draft.
He might get drafted by the Cowboys too. So
yeah, I mean he could go anywhere. But if he slides to them, it could definitely, hey, let's double down, let's just fix our secondary and be good. So So you're going weapon.
I'll go
I'm
weapon,
going
yeah.
offense. And I'm going offensive line. Cool. All right, let's go the Vegas Raiders now. Newly acquired 14th overall pick from the Ravens. Well, they've got a hole now at edge rusher. There's just so many teams ahead of them that I think are also in need of an edge rusher that I don't know if they get. They would get a good one. I don't think they get a top tier one here at 14. What are your thoughts as far as the Raiders?
Yeah, I think that they are going to draft someone on the defense. So that's what I think. I think they'll probably go an edge rusher. I would assume to try and replace
Edge rusher, or do you get an offensive lineman? Someone else, Ashton Genty didn't have a great year last year. I mean, he led all rookies, I think, in rushing yards. But, I mean, you get another offensive lineman, a good pass protector, a good run blocker. You can throw him in there, kind of solidify that offensive line, protect Mendoza because you're probably taking him with it's guaranteed you're taking him with your first overall pick. And it doesn't even need to be in the draft. Like I said, free agency, there's going to be a lot of good linemen in free agency as well. So maybe their biggest need, like you said, though, edge rusher, I think, you get rid of Max Crosby. That's a huge void now that you've left there on your defense. So I will also go edge rusher, but I think that a close second is probably offensive line. But I'm not liking this. As I'm going through this draft here, I'm seeing that the Raiders have 2 picks in the top 15. The Chiefs have 2 picks in the top 30. The Chargers are, Chargers are getting picks here too. So I don't know. I don't know what is different here, why this is like it is, but on this one, oh no, it's the Bucks. Weird. Okay, so the Bucks, number 15 here. The Bucks have the next pick. Where do the Bucks go? I mean, what is their biggest need as far as for their team? I think they're a pretty solid team. So they might be one of those wild card teams that makes a pick that's like, man, no one really expected that, that to happen. They are losing Mike Evans, which we're going to get into a little bit later. Losing Mike Evans in free agency, but they just drafted a wide receiver last year. So Tampa Bay, what is their biggest need? Is it also edge rusher?
Yeah, I was just thinking it might be defense too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of defensive guys go first round.
You might see a record defensive players taken in the first round this year.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a record 6 quarterbacks go in the first 12 picks a couple years ago. You might see 6 edge rushers go in the top 15 or maybe more than that. But
yeah, I'm going probably defensive line somewhere along those lines.
Yeah.
Whether it's a tackle, edge rusher, someone on that front.
See, and now they just signed Hassan Reddick last year, I think, to a 1-year deal, and I don't know if he's coming back or not. So I think edge rusher, man, so many teams need edge rusher. So I think you're going to see a lot in free agency and the draft. I'm going to go edge rusher for the Bucks. I'm not going to spend too much time on that because I mean, like I said, I watch a lot of football, but I don't really just pay attention to the Bucks. This is the team that I think could be the biggest wild card, though, as far as free agency goes, but still make some really good moves. Moving on here to the next team is the Arizona Cardinals. Quarterback, I think, is probably the biggest one. But, I mean, that is their biggest need, right? Quarterbacks, I mean, Kyler Murray's probably not coming back. Jacoby Brissett, wow, can't say his name. Is he even going to be there next year? You also need a tackle. I feel like the Arizona Cardinals are kind of a mess, and they're not an easy division. But
yeah, I mean, they could go. I need to pull
up a mock draft here. I don't know where they're going to go.
I don't even know. I think that they could go defensive line too. They could go offensive line. I think that they're probably going to go with Jacoby Brissett this year, aren't they?
Oh wait, I am completely wrong. I'm completely wrong on this. I was looking at the completely wrong thing. It's not the Cardinals here.
I thought the Cardinals had number 3, and that's it.
Yeah, I have 6 different tabs open up, and I was looking at just the teams, and I'm literally going through the NFC West here. So sorry, it is not the Bucks. It is the Jets. So Jets now on the clock. Boy, we just talked about the Cardinals last podcast, but yeah. So if you guys
have
are
the number
Cardinals
2 and
fans,
number 16, that's crazy.
Yeah, Jets.
Oh yeah, because
That was,
they traded Sauce.
Sauce. Yep. So there's a lot of teams with 2 picks in the first round. So sorry, I'm back here. Jets. You've got Garrett Wilson. You just traded away your corner. Corner could be on the table for them. Another weapon. Once again, I mean, we said quarterback for them. Quarterbacks or for the Cardinals. Quarterbacks in play for. Okay, well here you go. Quarterbacks in play for the Jets, and it very well could be Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I think they got to go after someone like they got to go after some bigger name. They have to try.
Yeah. I mean,
And
like
so
I said,
I think that
know.
what they're going to do, I think that what they do is they draft a weapon to
Yeah.
entice maybe someone like Kyler Murray to come in.
But then you also think like, yeah, they need offensive linemen as well. It's teams like that are in such shambles that it's just like, oh, we need this so we can get people to want to come here, but we also need. It's tough. Like you want to get weapons, so you want a quarterback to want to go play there, but if you don't have the quarterback, then you're not going to get the weapons to come and play there, and you're going to end up overpaying for for someone in free agency. But yeah, I mean, I think quarterback Jets has got to be quarterback in my opinion.
I don't think they draft a quarterback though. I don't think that the quarterback.
Well, I mean, we're talking free agency though, and the draft. So combined, I think their biggest need probably is unless they want to tank for Arch Manning, which is very possible as well. So
yeah, I think that. Yeah, I mean, their biggest need is a quarterback.
Yeah. So next one here is the Lions. So Lions traded away Montgomery. I think it's going to be a Gibbs. They might draft a running back or sign maybe like a Tyler Algier or something like that to just kind of back up Gibbs. I think they have another guy though too that's not bad. So I don't think that's definitely not their biggest need, but some people might think it's their biggest need. I personally don't.
I think their biggest need is probably an offensive lineman.
See, I don't think so. I think their offensive line. I don't know if they have too many.
Do they have guys?
Yeah, they have a good offensive line. They have a really good offensive line. So I don't think that.
Maybe even an edge rusher too to go with Hutchinson.
Okay,
beef up the defense.
I take that back here. Their offensive line. It wasn't great last year, but in the past it's been pretty good. So I don't know. Maybe did they release anybody? Let's see here. I guess they did release Graham Glasgow, which we had.
It says they're targeting Monroe Freeling from Georgia and Caden Proctor from Alabama.
Okay, so maybe they are. Yeah, okay, maybe offensive line then is.
And then they're also targeting Akeem Mesidor from Miami or T.J. Parker from Clemson as a rusher, edge rusher to pair with Hawkins.
Let's say that an interior offensive lineman then could definitely be in play for them. So,
yeah, I don't think they really need weapons.
No, I think they got Jameson Williams. Kind of, he picked it up a little bit last year. Yeah, they're another one of those teams that I think could go a lot of different directions. I don't think they get a running back, obviously, though. If they get one, they get one in, like I said, free agency or late rounds of the draft. But yeah, I'll agree with you though and say, because I mean, just kind of looking, I thought their offensive line past couple of years was pretty good, but after reading this, I guess it's not as good as what I thought. But next one here, we've got the Minnesota Vikings. So same division, staying in the same division here. Minnesota Vikings. I'm not sure. Obviously, I don't know if they're still on. I think they need a quarterback. I think they need offensive linemen. What would you say their biggest need is, though? I think it's center, right?
Yeah, didn't they lose?
No, I think so. Ryan Kelly. No, you're thinking of Washington, Biotish, but Ryan Kelly was injured a lot last year.
It says key needs for the Vikings is corner, linebacker, defensive line, and offensive line depth.
Yeah. So
I will go by the way the looks of the prospects linked with the Vikings. I will probably go cornerback.
Corner. I'll say defensive line. You say corner. I'll say defensive line. I think if Caleb Banks is there in the draft, I think that's not even
that's not even one of the ones that are
Not even one of the ones that are listed as far as a need. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I keep instantly going to the draft just because I'm going down the draft order here. But free agency though, I think is going to be huge for a lot of these teams. You're going to see a lot of overpays, but I think that's how free agency usually goes. So we got 3 teams left. 3 teams left here. We've got the Carolina Panthers here at 19. Carolina Panthers, once again, a lot of different directions they can go. Like I said, dude, I feel like we're saying this every single time. Is it D-line again? Like, do they need a D-lineman as well? There's so many. Inside linebackers, outside linebackers.
Oh, well. So it says that they're... Yeah. I mean, it says that the team needs, I'm just looking at, I'm doing this research as I go because I don't really follow these teams too much.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
So it says team needs, they're heavily featuring offensive line and receiving options to support the passing game. So
yeah,
they're not gonna do anything with their defense. It looks like in this, at least the first round. So
they just got Tet, good weapon.
So it looks like they're looking like potential. They're looking like potential. Off a potential line because of so they're looking at someone like Monroe Freeling at their offensive line.
Yep. So maybe I think linebackers. I'm going to say linebacker for them because I think they have Josie Jewell.
And also it says a high upside tight end considered.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to say I think they're set at running back. They got Dowdle and I don't know if Dowdle's coming back or not. I don't know how many years they signed him for. Chuba Hubbard. And then Jonathan Brooks, the rookie they drafted a couple years ago.
I'm going to go offensive line, but just looking at this, I'm going to go offensive line to try and help protect.
All right,
Bryson
I'm going to go linebacker. Give me linebacker for them. Yeah. I think in some aspect they go and get because there's going to be a lot of free agent linebackers, and I can see someone like like I said, you got Quay Walker, you've got all these other guys, Devin Lloyd, cute and great guys you could sign to have there on that defense. Number 20, you've got the Cowboys once again here, picks 12 and 20. This is from the Green Bay Packers, obviously, for Micah Parsons. We talked about them. What we say their biggest need was. We already kind of touched on their biggest need, so I don't think we really need to cover their biggest need. I mean, secondary help. We talked about them getting a safety, maybe another linebacker. I think they had Kenneth Murray at linebacker last year, so not great. So I can see them maybe getting I'm going to say linebacker as far as their next biggest need for the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. I think they could go a lot of different directions on defense. Do you have another one for them?
So hear me out here.
I'm hearing.
Are the Chiefs ahead of the Cowboys this year in the draft?
Both, yes. Chiefs are at number 9. Cowboys have 12 and 20.
So hear me out. Hear me out here.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs do not draft Jeremiah Love, the Cowboys will draft Jeremiah Love.
No, they won't. They just re-signed Javonte Williams to a crazy deal. And Williams was a top 5 running back. Did he just get paid? I think they did pay him. Right? Oh yeah, he just got a new contract. Yeah, I don't think there's any way. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they did something crazy like that, had a crazy 2-back system, but yeah, I think Javonte, I think they're going to rely heavily on Javonte, but I think they need a lot. Their offense is good. So I think their offense is probably one of the best offenses.
Do they just beef up the defense?
I think
in the draft.
I think they might have one offensive player taking the whole entire draft. Maybe they get an offensive lineman, depth guy in later rounds, but I think they go safety, they go corner, they go edge rusher. Okay. So yeah, just give me defense I
guess I didn't realize that Williams re-signed.
Re-signed, yeah.
If he wouldn't have re-signed now and said Jeremiah Love, they would have went ham on him.
That's fair. I mean, that'd be insane if they just continue to go to the offense. I mean, that would. I'm not gonna say it hurt their team. It definitely still helped their team.
Right.
Okay. We've got the last one here, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Quarterback.
Is Aaron Rodgers? I think Aaron Rodgers coming back, right?
They haven't said Kyler Murray.
Yeah. What's crazy is the Steelers, didn't they go out and just get a ton of like older corners. Didn't they have like Darius Slay and
Yeah, they did.
like
They went
Jalen
old.
Ramsey and just guys that are out of their prime? I can see corner being a secondary in general being a huge need for them.
Their offense is not very. I could see them going a wide receiver
Wide
too.
receiver, yep, I can see them to go wide receiver. Someone to
But
pair
I can
there with
also,
DK.
but I don't know. But I don't. I think that their biggest need right now is a quarterback. I think it's up in the air. They don't. Whether or not you sign Aaron Rodgers back, it's not going to be a long term. It's not a long term fix.
Yeah,
So, and if you bring Aaron Rodgers back, that's not going to help your draft possibilities. Anyways, you're still going to be a 500 team, anyways.
yeah.
Probably with him there. So I think personally, it's a quarterback. It's quarterback or wide receiver, one of the two. It's something to beef up the offense.
So who's their new head coach?
Mike McCarthy, he's going to go on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, yeah. So I think Aaron Rodgers. Hey, Aaron, come back for one more year.
But he's still
we were
not
really close
but he's
last
still not
year.
help. That's not.
I'm just saying, like, if you have Aaron Rodgers, that eliminates the need for you to even have to go think about another quarterback, and you've already got that chemistry with wide receivers. You know, you can get Aaron in there. Aaron, what do you think we need? Do we need another wide receiver? Do we need more offensive line help for you? Like, what do we need? And I mean, Aaron's not going to be shy. He's going to tell them what they need because this is probably Aaron's last year playing, if he plays, which I'm assuming he probably will. But it's so interesting, dude. With like I said, we're going to post this tomorrow at noon. Have this out. So I think the free agency frenzy begins at like 11. I'm not 100% sure on that. So I'm going to have it live streaming on my phone probably all day. I'm going to tell the kids, hey, free day today. It's free agency frenzy. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. So
My phone's going to be like Adam Schefter's phone.
no, honestly, I'll probably take kids to the weight room and then pull it up on my computer. So no, that's fun. I like talking about these, seeing what all these teams, what we think these teams need. Might not be what everybody else thinks they need, but definitely something fun to talk about. We have one more segment left here. We've got a NFL free agency fit or fail. We're going to go over here, but first, a quick word from the Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. All right, time to talk about a game changer for snack time: Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. These aren't your average dry, dusty seeds. Nope, Smackin' takes flavor to the next level. Bigger, bolder, and straight up addicting. Whether you're chilling at the ball field, gaming with friends, or just need something to keep your hands busy, Smackin' has you covered. And the best part? No soggy seeds, no weak flavors, just pure Smackin' goodness in every handful. So if you're ready to upgrade your seed game, grab a bag of Smackin' Sunflower Seeds today and get ready to start smacking. Scan our QR code or click the link in our description to get 10% off your first order. We are back, and we have free agency fit or fail. So these are just rumors. And it doesn't necessarily have to be free agency. This could be trades as well. So we're just going to say, NFL, quote unquote, free agent fit or fail here. And I've got a list of, these are just rumors that I've heard, whether it be on social media, whether it be from like just spam accounts, but I thought they were fun. So this is a nice little fun activity we can do. And we can kind of both talk about it a little bit here. And some of these teams, obviously, still with their team, they're not free agents, but they could be traded. So, first one here, I want to get your opinion. We've got Kyler Murray to the Vikings. So, Kyler Murray to the Vikings, one that I seen. What do we think? Fit or fail on that one?
Fit. I think that he would fit there. I think
he
that
would too.
You pair him with Justin Jefferson and
Yeah.
Addison and what? Yeah, I think that's still a premier offense.
I think so,
you
too.
You get a quarterback in there that knows what they're doing and fits a scheme. I think that you could definitely do something good there. So I think that Kyler Murray could fit there.
And I wonder if you just take a McCarthy, and I mean, I think Kyler Murray's still under contract. You just do it. Hey, we're going to trade here. We're going to give both these quarterbacks new scenery. Throw in some other stuff here and there, just because Murray's contract.
Throw JJ at Arizona.
Yeah, but I think that is a fit as well. I like that one. Next one here, we've got Von Miller to the Broncos. Von Miller back to the Broncos.
Oh man, that would
Reuniting.
have to be a perfect situation because would he start if
No.
he was there?
So
He would just be a couple of downs.
I think it could
Type of
go
guy?
either way. I think it's a fit if he wants to come in and be a rotational pass rusher, which I think he knows that's his role now. Come in and be a rotational pass rusher and then help these young guys, and he wants to come on a team-friendly deal. That's a fit. I think it's a fail if he comes in and expects to play, all this time, expects to start over these other guys. and wants a big contract. That's a fail. So I think you've got to meet somewhere in the middle. It's like, hey, you're going to come in on third downs, be one of our third down, and we want you basically being like another coach, coming in and helping these guys just like DeMarcus Ware did for you when you were here.
Come in for a veteran minimum and call it good.
No, and I mean, he's been talking about it. He's been saying on his podcast that he wants to be a Denver Bronco. He wants to, he wants to go there and finish. I mean, he's going to retire a Bronco regardless, but yeah, I think
I like it if it's that. I like it if it's that.
I think it can go either way. All right, here we go. Here's the next one here, and I'm going to take out the I'll leave both teams. I've seen this guy linked to both teams. AJ Brown to the Patriots or Ravens. I think AJ Brown. I think it's
a fail for the Ravens.
I think so too, because they just traded
and
for
a potential fit for the Patriots.
Because they just lost Stephon Diggs.
Because they just lost Stephon Diggs, and but the thing is that they released Stephon Diggs because they really didn't target. They didn't even target him in the Super Bowl.
He's covered up by Gonzalez pretty well too.
But I mean, he did not. Gonzalez on his team.
Yeah. Sorry. Illinois, Devin,
Witherspoon.
Yeah. Gonzalez had him covered up pretty good. This is sweet. God, take my microphone away, Jesus.
Yeah, these guys just get podcast equipment just for free.
I found this in a box in my basement.
But no. I think it could be a potential fit in New England if. I don't know. I don't know though. I think they released Stephon Diggs because of the way he is in the locker room. So trying to bring someone back that's like him.
I think it's
up in the air.
I think it's more of a fit for the Patriots than it is the Ravens, especially because the Ravens just traded all that away for Crosby. So, all right, you're gonna like this one. Jimmy Garoppolo to the Dolphins. Veteran guy comes in, competes with Ewers. Is that a fit or a fail? I'll tell you what I think. I think it's a fail. I think it's a fail.
I can think of one in particular backup quarterback that I would rather have.
Jarrett Stidham.
No. Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. All right.
But it looks like they're going to lock him up. They're locking him up as a backup right now in San
49ers.
Francisco. But I think that he'd have been. I said this last year. I think that he'd be a great fit in somewhere like Minnesota.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, another one of those quarterbacks that maybe was given up on a little too soon. We'll see.
And that's why the 49ers are trying to stick with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Mike Evans to the Browns.
I don't think that Mike Evans is. I think it's a fail because.
How about drop my phone?
I mean, I think it'd probably a fit. Honestly, it's probably a fit because he's a good wide receiver, a good veteran wide receiver. But it's a fail because there's no one who can throw. I mean, I don't know if Shador's really that dude. Yeah. You've already Baker Mayfield is that dude. So Mike Evans staying in Tampa is probably the best bet.
He's not. He's going to test. He's testing free agency. He already said he's testing free agency. But I do think it's a fail if he goes to the Browns. I think the Browns are just historically a bad franchise. Sorry if you're a Browns fan. It's really no new news for you guys, but I think it's a fail. I think Mike Evans we just talked to the Patriots. Mike Evans would be pair beautifully there. I think with the Patriots and Vrabel and
Stephon Diggs too. I don't know.
Yep. So I want to say fail for that one. I think that's just not a good fit for him, especially if he's at the end of his career. He probably wants to go win a ring. Browns is not the place to do it.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs.
Oh, that's a fit, 100%.
Yeah. There's been a lot of buzz.
I think any good running back would fit with the Chiefs.
There's been
Walker,
a lot of buzz.
He did just get. Well, he wasn't hurt. It was what's his name? Charbonnet or
Charbonnet. Yep.
Charbonnet. So I would.
It just
I think Kenneth Walker, but I don't know if are they going to get rid of the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
MVP?
No, he's a free agent. Yeah, tomorrow he will.
But why would he not?
So here's the thing, and this is where I'm a little curious.
They have money to pay for him too.
Yeah, they do. They have they're top 10 in the NFL right now as far as cap goes. So here's my thing: is there something going on behind the scenes? I mean, you just a Super Bowl MVP that had maybe his best year, and he's 25 years old, and you're letting him walk in free agency. Now, he is probably going to be upwards of $15 million a year. So he's going to be up there with your Christian McCaffrey's, Derrick Henry's, guys getting
Rightfully
paid
so,
like
I know.
that. Yeah. Something going on behind the scenes where they don't want to pay him. Like, I don't know. I
He
really
is injury
don't
prone.
know.
He has been hurt
Kind
a
of a
couple
little
times.
bit. Yeah, a couple of times. Not like crazy, but
No, but he's.
there's
Are
been
they
a lot
are they
of.
thinking? Are they thinking he's 25? We've rode him
Well, they
hard.
haven't, though. It's been a split backfield with him and Charbonnet.
Yeah, but before Charbonnet got there, they rode him pretty hard, and that's when he got hurt.
And
a
he
little,
wasn't
hurt
he
a little
wasn't
bit.
he wasn't phenomenal. Like, he was good. He wasn't great.
No, and
but-
maybe he's hitting his peak now, and they just don't want to pay for him. I don't know,
Yeah.
but because they treat running backs like a dime a dozen in
Oh
the
yeah, they
NFL.
do.
So
yeah, no,
I don't know.
You can find a good one. Look at Monangai for the Bears. You know what a find. There's been a lot of running backs so tied to the AFC West teams. You've got Travis Etienne and Kenneth Walker both tied to both the Chiefs and the Broncos. I can see one going to the Chiefs and one going
I
to
like
the Broncos.
Travis.
I really can.
I like Travis Etienne at the Chiefs too. I like any.
Yeah,
I
he's
like any
older,
quick
a
power
little
back
older,
at
but-
the Chiefs.
Production wise, he's also better. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Okay, next one here. Oh, I like this one too. Oh, I love this one. Anthony Richardson to the Rams. Anthony Richardson to the Rams. I like that. McVay, get him there, change the scenery a little bit. Stafford, he's going to step behind Stafford, learn from Stafford a little bit.
He's gonna go somewhere. I mean, he's going somewhere for sure.
I love it. I think this is 100%. It could be. I mean, it could be. What are you losing? You're probably going to get him for a fourth, fifth round draft pick. They just re-signed Daniel Jones. For a fact he's not their future. Why not take a swing? Take a swing, bring him in, let him learn underneath Stafford, and then next year he's just such an athlete, dude, and he'd had so many weapons. I think it'd be a huge fit. I really do. I
think
like it a lot.
I think any quarterback fit probably in theirs right is good.
Yep. Here's one I just seen today. Actually, his last three I seen today. Jalen Carter to the Raiders. So Jordan Davis just got paid by the Eagles. Pretty team friendly deal for kind of for the most part. But they have Jalen Carter as well. Does Jalen Carter go now to the Raiders? That's some rumors I've been seeing.
Is he a free agent?
I don't think so. I think he's signed. I don't think that Jalen Carter is a free agent, so that they'd have to trade for him. But they have the capital to trade for him now if they wanted to.
I mean, he's a freaking stud. So I think anywhere would probably be a good fit for him. Is it a good idea for the Raiders to do it? That's questionable because of the way that he plays and
He's
how
good.
he is.
I mean, obviously he's good. He is really good as a defensive tackle, very athletic. And here's the thing, though, too. We just talked about, hey, why would you, go and draft one of these corners? When you can get Trent McDuffie, someone that's proven in the NFL. Well, Raiders is the same thing. Why would you go and draft a defensive lineman when, hey, we could possibly trade for Jalen Carter here? Use one of our first round draft picks. I would use a first round draft pick. Like, hey, we know we're getting with Jalen Carter. We don't know we could draft a first round guy. I think people that have multiple
Jalen Carter
first
would
round
look
draft picks,
sick in silver and black too.
he would, yeah. And that's the thing, though, too. I think, if I had multiple first round draft picks, I think that I would, why not send one of them to go get a top tier whatever player? I think that's, a great idea. But I like it. I think that'd be a good fit
I
as
think
well.
I think it's a good fit for him. Yeah.
Yep. All right, last two here. We've got Isaiah Likely, which is the Ravens' backup tight end, to the Commanders. Isaiah Likely to the Commanders.
I think it's a good fit.
I think a good fit. I think he's underrated. I think obviously, if he's not on the Ravens, he's probably a starter for
Anyone?
20 other teams in the NFL. So I think that's a good fit. More of an under the radar type move, in my opinion, if they did do that. But he is a free agent, so they definitely could. And I do like that fit with the Commanders, especially Jaden Daniels giving him more weapons there as well. So like that one. Last one here, Joe Flacco to the Falcons. Joe Flacco to the Falcons.
Joe Flacco anywhere. Just retire, dude. I'm sorry. Be done. You're like there's nothing against you, but dude, you're older than the dirt on the bottom of my shoe. From kindergarten.
He's old.
So
Yeah. That's
I
old.
mean, just be done. Just be done. Just be done. You're not gonna find a team that you're gonna No, I don't like
Yeah.
the fit. I don't like it. If the Falcons are
He's
stupid if they sign him.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't think it's. I mean, he comes out of. I mean, if you pull him off the couch mid-season, come play for you, he's going to play out of his mind. But just signing him to a contract, like a year deal or something, I don't think he's. No, he's more of an off the couch, I think, type of quarterback. So I'm going to say not a fit. I don't think that's a fit.
Yeah.
So that was it. That's going to wrap up as far as that segment goes, and as far as this podcast goes, we're hitting an hour here, a little over an hour. So. I'm excited. Those of you guys watching, those of you guys listening, let us know if there's any free agents that you'd like to see your team sign. Obviously, the frenzy is going to be going crazy starting tomorrow. Let us know what you guys think as far as the draft goes. Leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys. Also want to give a shout out to everybody that's been following us and been with us since the beginning here. We're up to 156 subscribers on YouTube, which is probably not a huge deal compared to the people that have thousands and thousands of subscribers. We appreciate it. So, we're just going to continue to do these podcasts week in and week out and continue to gain a following. So we appreciate you guys. And until next week, I'm Jacob. He's Casey. We'll see you later.